What kind of mistakes you have made? So we can probably discuss that while I am compiling Yuxing's paper. So what kind of mistakes you have made? Careless, unnecessary, what kinds?
Conceptual.
Conceptual. Okay, so when it comes to conceptual, then it's a bigger problem than just a careless mistake. Then, do you agree? If you are making conceptual mistake, it means some of the concepts you're still not clear yet. Am I right? Am I right or not right?
I don't think it's like I think I understand the concept, but like I don't understand the question.
Questions. Okay, good. So you see, so so there are two components to, or at least two components to a question. Okay, number one, you have to understand the question, and then only you can answer the question. Number two, you understand the question, but you don't know what to do with the question. So I think it's the first one you encounter these days. But anyway, I think let's learn from Yuxing. Okay, before we look at our assignment, I think it is good that we look at Yuxing's paper first. She scored let me see. She scored 16/20. So which is 16/20, which is 80%. Yeah. So let's look at mistake JPG. Let me just get all the. So if next time you get your papers, right, can I suggest you just take a photo of it, and then we don't need to have a physical set, but we still can go through it. All right. Okay, so let's go through Yuxing's one. I realized there are a lot of things Yuxing can improve from all this. So let's take a look at the number one. Yes, good. We'll just get this. Okay, let me see how I can make it better. Let me see. Yeah, create PDF. Yes. Okay, so this is okay. So yeah, so hopefully while I am actually compiling the photos into PDF, so this is also one way you can learn how you can actually compile all your photos into a PDF, and then probably you can share with your friends, or you share with me next time in PDF format. Okay, it's good that you share in a PDF format. Okay, this is called PDF format. Okay, in photos. I mean in PDF. Yeah, not as individual photo. Okay, let's look at the first mistake she made. Okay, use the number line here to illustrate the following numbers. Okay, so this is my first time looking at the paper also. So just look at it. So the mistake is, okay, I don't understand why there is a minus 3.5 here. Can you see a minus 3.5 here? While the question is 3.5. Okay, but somehow she made a mistake by writing minus 3.5. There is no 3.5. There is no minus 3.5. Okay, so this is I will say this is a very, okay, this is a self-inflicted. I call it a self-inflicted error. Self-inflicted means you self-harm yourself. Okay, like you just make a mistake yourself. Okay, so yeah, so I hopefully you didn't make this kind of error, did you? Can you see or not? Is it be enough for you to see?
Yes.
Yeah. So hopefully you did not make self-inflicted error. Okay, you see, the question is 2 marks, and just because she make a mistake, she -1. She got -1. So just one mistake here. And by the way, she's not answering the question. Okay. By the way, she's not answering the question. And I think there is a very good approach here. She has written down all the numbers out. Okay. And can you see the square root 7, which is here, -3, which is here, 3.5 here, then minus whatever. So in fact, she has put all the numbers all here already. But somehow, I don't know why she put a -3.5 here. I really have no idea. And there is no -3.5. Okay. And by the way, there is no -3.5. So it's quite dangerous. Okay. And if you have your time, if you're not running out of time during the test, so you have to check your answers. Okay. Double check your answers. So you see, I think this -1 mark is I feel very sad, you know, like you make one mistake and then you get penalized 50% of the mark. Okay. Next. Okay. Over here, you look at this. She almost make a mistake. So so state the value of m and n such that it's a perfect square. So yeah, so she has to do this and then times m and n. So okay, her approach is okay. So prime factorization first, and then after the prime factorization, okay, what do you think of her working? By the way, what do you think of her working? Even though she scored here, what do you think of her working here? Step 1, prime factorization. Step 2, the question. Do you think her working is a bit like her working from here to there is a bit ambiguous, like a bit unclear? And she might not be, I mean, if I look at this, right, I think her teacher is already quite lenient, right? Is quite lenient towards her already. In fact, I look at this, her way of presenting the answer is not quite right. The answer is right, but her way of presenting the answer is not quite right. Let me show you what is the correct way to present the answer. So now we are not only talking about concept, we are talking about how you can present your thoughts, okay? How you can present your thoughts such that the marker understands you, okay? So this question, I just copied the step 1 and step 2, which is correct. Step 1 is this, prime factorization. And then you have this times m and n, such that this will give you a perfect square. Double check. Yeah, perfect square. And the m is smaller than n. Okay, good. So how do we do this question? We say that, okay, since this, the prime factorization is this, and then this times the m over n. So this means you continue from here. So transform your 22869 into the prime factorization. And then you times the m and n such that it's a perfect square. So what is a perfect square? Square rooted. So it can be square rooted. So ask yourself. So your m is bigger than n, and such that this can be square rooted. So just ask yourself, can you square root the 3 to the power of 3? No. Why? Because if you write it down, square root over 3 to the power of 3 cannot give a perfect square. Okay, can you tell this square root 3 to the power of 3 cannot give a perfect square? Can you see this? Can you see this? Okay, so if you cannot see, okay, if you can see that it cannot give a perfect square, so there are two ways you can, yeah, thanks. So you can see that it cannot give a perfect square. So there are two ways you can transform to get a perfect square. You can either give it a 3, like you can give it another 3, right? Or you can divide by a 3. So you give it a 3, this will give you square root 3 to the power of 4. Then you will get 3 to the power of 2. So this is give a 3. Okay? Another way, let's say if you don't want to give it a 3, you can remove a 3. So I give it a 3, it gets 3 to the power of 2. So instead of giving it a 3, so now I remove a 3. When you remove a 3, you divide. So you remove a 3, so you get 3 to the power of 2. So you end up with square root 3 to the power of 2, and then you end up with 3. So this is remove a 3. So far, so good. Okay, so you either give it a 3 or you remove a 3. Okay, next, tester 7. So square root 7. Square root 7 cannot give you a perfect square. So the only way you can do is you can give it a 7. You can give it a 7. So you give it a 7, you get square root 7 to the power of 2. So it's 7. So this is give 7. So if you don't want to give it a 7, you remove a 7. Right? So you get 1. So this you remove a 7. Okay, good. So now for the last one, square root 11 to the power of 2, no need, because it can be square rooted. So that means now you need to decide whether you want to give it a 3 or remove a 3. Okay, whether you want to give it a 3 or you want to remove a 3, or whether you want to give it a 7 or you want to remove a 7. It really depends on which statement. It depends on this statement. It says your m is smaller than n. So that means your m here, right? Let's say if you want to give it a 7 and you want to remove a 3, cannot, because your m must be smaller than n. If you give it a 7 and remove a 3, cannot. So the only way you can do this is give it a 3, remove a 7, which means you should take this approach. Give a 3, remove a 7. Okay, so that is how you get m equals to 3, n equals to 7, so that you can get a perfect square. Are you clear? Okay, so when it comes to her way of presenting the answer, right, over here, right, I feel that she just wrote 3 times 7 equals to 21 without explaining why. Okay, so in fact, she did not show her working clearly, and she scored here. I think her teacher is very lenient. Yeah, her teacher is very lenient. Okay, next, over here, funny thing happens. So it says without using a calculator, so evaluate this. So the first step is prime factorization. Yeah, so given a question, 2 marks. Okay, as long as you prime factorize and you show some step, you get 1 mark at least. And then you look at this. So she square root this. So when you square root this, is as good as square root this. So can you see? Yeah, until this step is still okay. It's still okay. Okay, then you see the funny thing here. When you have square root 3 to the power of 4 times 11 power 2. You look at it. So when you do this square root, this whole thing, right? You should square root the individual. That means you square root the 3 to the power 4 first. Then times the square root 11 to the power 2. And then after that, you will get 3 to the power 2 from this square root, the first square root. And then you will get 11 for the second square root. And you look at this. You look at this. She already square root it, and she still put a square root there. You notice the funny thing here or not? You notice the funny thing here? Did you notice the funny thing? It doesn't make sense. Her working doesn't make sense. MHM means what? Or what? So okay, of course there is another way to look at this. I don't know why there is such a why there is a scribbling here. Okay, the scribbling here just adds to this disaster. Okay, so the way to do this question is presentation is important. Okay, the scribbling here. Hello, are you around? Okay, can you clear your handwriting, the yes and the Okay, I'm showing you what and how you should present your answer. Okay, so you have this 9801, and then you square root the prime factorization of it. And then what is the next step? The next step is you go and square root individual term, right? So this will give you 3 to the power of 2. This will give you 11, and then therefore you get your 99. How come you get in and out? This is the way, right? But you look at her working. 01. Okay, this step is correct. This step is correct. Then she go and write this. Then she go and write this. You just look at the how insensible this is. How can you say that square root this thing is equal to square root this thing? It doesn't make sense at all, right? It doesn't make sense at all, right? They look so different. You square root 3 to the power of 4 times 11 to the power of 2 is equal to square root 3 to the power of 2 times 11. Doesn't make sense. When you, in fact, what she has done here is she has already get rid of the square root. That's why she end up with this. Okay, I'm not sure you make you make similar mistakes like her over here. Okay, so let's wait for your paper to come back and then we can look at it together. Okay, but by learning mistakes from others, I think, yeah.
It did come, then I handed him.
I didn't catch your, what do you say?
I got it back, but then I handed it back in.
Then okay. Okay, can I just let you know once and for all, once you get your paper back, any subject, if you want your tuition teacher to help you go through and see where you can improve, you have to get the paper back. I mean, either in PDF, like this, like now, like the photos, or you bring back the physical set so that we can learn from our mistakes. Next time, we don't make the same mistake again. We want to see how we can improve. All right. For my other student, I gave them the same instruction. Okay. So, all right. Can you either get it in PDF or get it in physical format? So bring it back. We will go through yours. All right. Can you do it? Okay. Thanks. So yeah. So let's come back to here. So over here, clearly she has already applied the square root, and she still go and write the square root. Okay, does not make sense. Okay, next, over here, Negative number. Okay, this is correct. Okay, so over here, she's wrong. You know why? People already give you a meter and then you still give a meter, another -1 mark. What nonsense this is? Can you help me? Can you help me talk to Yuxing about this? The unit is already here, and you still go and add a unit here. What is this?
So like if she didn't make these tiny mistakes, she could have gotten 4 marks.
No, I mean, let's talk about the self-inflicted error or concept. Okay, so at least I feel that this is self-inflicted. So she could have gotten 1 instead of -1. And then probably she deserved to -2 here. Okay, but luckily she got it. You understand my point? You understand my point? So I would say she could have got, I mean, like this. There is no -3.5. So this is self-inflicted -1. And then this is self-inflicted -1. So she could have scored 2 more marks at least. So that is 18 out of 20. I am not asking her to score full. I'm not asking you to score full marks. All right. I understand scoring full mark is really, really hard. And you have a lot of pressure to measure up to full marks. But at least I shouldn't see self-inflicted errors, you know. So clear, it's so clear. There is a M here, and you go and add an M. What is this, right? Okay, never mind. Next, how to find the difference, right? The difference is use the bigger number, right? Minus the smaller number, right? That's the formula, right? Am I right? At least, like, if people ask you for the difference, you use the formula, okay? What's the bigger number here? So it says A, the altitude is this. And then B, the altitude is 145 below. So let's see, you see, she already know that the altitude at B is -145. And then this one above is 30303. So how do you do this? You take the bigger number, which is 303, minus the smaller one is -145, right? Right? So you end up with a plus here, right? And therefore you can use your calculator and you can get the marks. You look at how students think, okay? You look at how students think, or you look at this. She has given a very good drawing here. Let me just show you how students make mistakes irrationally, like logically not there. That means no logic. She has made a somewhat okay drawing, but still not as good. Okay, okay, not as good. Okay, let me just try to redraw this so that you can understand her drawing. So probably she says, okay, there is this building A. Okay, so this is, let's consider this is the sea level. So building A is 303 above sea level. So that means this is above sea level, 303. Okay, and then another one is minus below sea level, right? Below sea level. Below sea level means below. This is above, this is below. So this is 145. And now they ask, what is the difference? So how do you find the difference? Right? That's the difference, right? So probably my arrow should stop here. So that's how you find the difference, right? Am I right? So if you have this difference, then you just take 303 plus 145. Then you use your calculator, add it up, and then you get the answer. Okay? You can either like draw, sketch it out so that you understand the question better, or if you don't draw, sketch it out, you just use the formula. The formula is always the bigger number minus the small number. And by the way, the small number here is the negative number. Okay? Okay? Okay or not? But somehow, I don't know where she got this 145 from. Once again, yeah, extra meter. I don't know why. I mean, extra. When you have meter, you know what it means or not? Double meter, it means what? Meter square already. Okay? When you give it double F, yes.
But like why just now 他写多了个 n， 他 minus 1 mark， 但现在他没有。
The total mark is 1. So you want her to get -1. I mean, you want her to get -2 here, is it?
Oh, never mind.
I let her teacher know. So -1 more mark from her paper. Yep, she deserved to be minus. I mean, she deserved to have a negative score. Okay, this is called negative marking. But anyway, regardless, when you do your question, there is no need to write the unit. Okay, there is no need to write the unit for your intermediate step. All right. And by the way, when you write your answer, they already have the unit, and you still give it a unit. That means you give it double unit, which is mm. M times m is what? M squared. All right. So it does not make sense. Okay. And next, okay, this one, she used her own way, which is correct. Okay, so just next. Over here, I think is basically the usual stuff. Prime factorization. Yeah, good. And then yeah, perfect cube. And I want to comment here. You know why she scored 0? She did not show the step. How do you do perfect cube? You remember how she did the perfect square or not? Remember? Maybe I kind of like sound a bit angry, right? Yes, because I'm angry plus a bit sad. I'm sad. Okay? She knows how to do this. Square root. Yeah, she make a mistake. Okay. She knows how to do this. Yeah. Okay. But when it comes to perfect cube, and she's clueless. You know what's clueless? No idea at all. How do you do perfect cube? And I think we talked about this question. Similar question. How do you do perfect cube? Whenever you do this question, what you do first? Always prime factorization first. That's your first step. You already have the prime factorization, write it down. 3 to the power of 3 times 3 times 7 to the power of 2. Perfect cube means can be cube rooted. Then you need to times the k, which means what? Which means you need to give.
3 times 7.
Give, right? Times means give, right? Look at it. Do you need to give it a 2? No need, because this can be cube rooted already. Right? Can, no need. Can you cube root this? Cannot. Still short of 2, 3. Okay, so you know that, oh, my k has need to have 2, 3. Next, can you cube root 7 square? No, you need to give it one more 7. Right? So that's how you get your 3 times 3 times 7. That should give you 9 times 7 is 82, right? Okay, so let's not talk about she does not how to do it this way, while clearly she knows how to do it for perfect square. Okay, she shows some prominence here. Actually, she shows some prominence plus here. Okay, she shows some prominence here. Okay, so but when it comes to this, then she suddenly she went, probably her brain went blank. And by the way, let's assume she used a calculator. It shouldn't be 84. Oh, you know what happened? This is square root or this is square root or cube root. The question asking for perfect cube, right? She go and write what? Perfect square, which is square root here. Can you see? Can you see now? So, in a way, this is again self-inflicted. Question asking for what? Perfect cube. And she go and do what? Perfect square. Okay? Okay? So, By the way, when students make self-inflicted error, nobody can help. I cannot help, you cannot help. She must help herself. I mean, the student herself must help herself. That's why when I look at all these self-inflicted errors, I'm a bit pissed off. Yeah, frankly speaking, I'm a bit pissed off. Okay. There is nothing I can do about it. Concept, yes, I can explain again and again. But if the question gives you 3.5, the question gives you 3.5 and you go and write minus 3.5, I can't help. I cannot keep telling you, hey, you must read the question, you must read the question. No, you have to read the question yourself. Right? So next. Okay, the next one, prime number. Okay, pretty easy. Write down. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, over here, standard stuff, largest number, HCF. Number of pen in each bag, divide, yes, good. Then after that, evaluate without the use of calculator. Yeah, evaluate means just this is 9 times 2, so just 18, you know, just do it accordingly. Yeah, good. Okay, so you see, she has made 3 self-inflicted errors. What do I mean by self-inflicted? No one can help. Okay, question asks for perfect cube. She showed square root. Question give already give the unit, and then she forced another unit to it. And then of course the question give 3/5 and she go and write the minus 3/5. So I will say self-inflicted error 3 marks. Okay, and then of course concept wise, okay, concept wise, okay, we need to talk about it. We need to keep if you don't understand it concept wise, then we have to learn again, or we have to sort it out. Okay, in terms of concept. Okay, so I will say, right, she seriously could have scored so much better. Every single time, by the way, every single time she had this problem, all these self-inflicted error. I'm not talking about her alone. I'm not talking about her alone. So I just want you to learn the mistakes from her, and then hopefully I don't see the same mistake from you. Okay, because learning mistakes from others is less costly. Because if you learn mistakes from her and you don't make mistake in your test, you don't make these mistakes, then you don't lose marks. All right. Let me show you one more paper from my another student. Probably you can also learn something from her. This one. Okay, this is the one. Yes. And this is the kind of question. By the way, she is in Sec 2 normal academic, so she's slightly more advanced than you. Okay, but anyway, we are also learning this concept, right? This is called what? This is called expression, and make the denominator the same. And since it's an expression, and then you cannot delete the denominator, right? So you look at her work here. Look at what is the problem with her. Look at this. She's okay until this step. Okay. And after that, okay, by the way, she's quite okay. She remember to put a bracket here, because the minus sign here, right, is going to minus the entire thing. Okay, that's why she remember to put a bracket, because the minus sign here is going to minus the entire thing after that. And then now she go and show the first arrow, and then she go and show the second arrow. Then the mistake happened here. The first arrow you get -6, right? The first arrow you get -6, right? The second arrow you are supposed to get minus plus, so it's minus plus means plus minus. Can you see plus minus? Yes. But now she wrote 2y. While it's supposed to be what? 12y, right? Or can I say something? Why on earth, you look at this, why on earth over here looks like a 72y to me, or it looks like a 12y to me? I have no idea. So what's the mistake here? The mistake is her handwriting is so bad until she couldn't figure out what is this. That means you write something you don't understand. You get my point? You get my point? No? She wrote, okay, over is 12y, right? So she's supposed to write 12y here, right? And then in the end, suddenly she got 2y here. What's the mistake? Her handwriting somehow confused her own self. So this is self-inflicted again. So you better be aware of your handwriting also. If not, you're going to end up with trouble. You're going to end up in trouble. All right? So self-inflicted. Next. Oh, 2 marks. Lucky. I think her teacher is very lenient. Give her 1 mark. Okay, the rest is okay. For this one, you see, also very, very interesting. Why I say so? You look at this. Okay, the rest is okay. This step is also okay. So she transfer the +8 from the left hand side to the right hand side. So when you transfer plus, you move it over, you need to change the sign. So you are supposed to have -x equal to 12 plus 8. You move it over, become -8. So this is very standard stuff, right? So you have -x equals to 4, right? And then x is equal to -4. Okay, that's what you are supposed to get. Look at her mistake. Look at this. -x is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. What is this? -x is equal to 4. And she go and write x is equal to 4. Can you see here? Can you see here? -x equal to 4. X equal to 4. What is this? If this is not self-inflicted, I don't know what this is. This is something like Yuxing just now. No? Yuxing already write this, okay? And then she go and write square root 3 to the power of 2 times 11. I mean, on the surface, you just look at this. No need to know anything. Does this look the same to you? Obviously, no. They both have a square root, and then over is 3 to the power of 4, 11 to the power of 2, and then suddenly here is 3 to the power of 2 times 11. And they both have the square root. How can these two be equal? How can these two be equal, right? Similarly, you have -x is equal to 4. Then how can you say x is equal to 4? You already tell yourself -x is equal to 4. Then how can x is equal to 4? Right? Doesn't make sense. Again, self-inflicted. Okay? I don't know whether students are running out of time. That's why they get so nervous and tense during the exam. That's why they make all kinds of mistakes like this. Okay, this is the best mistake. Okay, she's right conceptually. So this one will get you R. This with 1 plus 21 is 22, but she wrote 23. She wrote 23. Okay, this is 4R. I copied the question wrongly. It's 4R. It's not 14R, so it's 11R. So you will get R equals to 2 yeah. But for this 1 plus 21, she get 23. And I asked her, are you allowed to use a calculator? She said yes. I asked, did you run out of time? She said no. So what on earth? 1 plus 21 equals to 23. Oh, by the way, let me caution you one more time. When you have R equals to a 2 and 1 over 11, let's assume it's 2 and 1 over 11. When you get a non-whole number answer for R, right, you should double check already. Generally, if you get a non-whole number answer, you better double check when it comes to algebra. Are you clear? Are you clear? So generally, when you get a non-whole number answer for X or Y or R, double check. Okay? So again, self-inflicted, 3 marks gone at least. The rest I think is it's fine. The rest is fine. The plotting. Since we are doing this, right? So okay, one more thing you need to realize is she might be in normal academic Sec 2, but your I think soon you are going to learn about the graph also. If it's not this term 2, then will be your term 3. Okay. There is this one point she is wrong. This point 0 and -1. 0 is here. -1 is here. Is here, right? And she go and plot here. She go and plot here. Can you see the cross here? And I asked her, I thought you're supposed to put it here. Why you go and put it slightly to the right? To the right, this point is your what? This point is your 0.5 and -1 already. I asked her why, and she has no answer to it. And by the way, you need to plot the following coordinate on the graph. So after plotting, yeah, good. So what I'm trying to say is when you want to plot, right, you need to plot exactly. When they want 4 and 4, you better put 4 and 4. You don't go and put like slightly above or slightly to the right. I don't know. Lots of unforced error. Okay, then the rest is okay. You see, her teacher is very lenient. The answer is supposed to be this, and then she just wrote the -3. Okay. The rest is okay. All right. So she also has the labeling question. All right, but her labeling question is inequality. Inequality means x is bigger than 3, that kind of thing. So soon you will learn. So if you look at these students, work, right, you realize she has made like same thing, 3 self-inflicted errors. Okay, I'm not talking about concept. Concept is my problem. I did not teach well, but self-inflicted, nobody can help. Okay, so hopefully I will get your paper back, and then we will look at yours. So today you have learned mistakes from others. So now our homework. Dun, 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 dun. So do you think you have made a lot of self-inflicted errors during your test? Besides, you don't understand the question errors.
I think so.
You think so? Okay, let's look at how many marks gone because of that.
I think it was. Oh wait, I have the total marks.
Again?
I'm finding the cover.
You are finding the what?
Cover page. Because I wasn't in school that time, so my friend sent me the.
The papers. Okay, yeah.
No, only the cover page.
Oh, the cover page. Okay. Okay, good. Search for it, and if you have it, just send it over.
How do I send that over?
You can over WhatsApp, or you can just send through the chat. You know, there is a chat function here. There is a chat function. The chat.
It's in my phone.
How you get it to you can email if you want. I remember you emailed to me once. Did you?
What's your email?
No, let me send it over to you now. I mean, let me send my email to you now over the chat. Okay. So yeah, good. Let me quickly get it. Wow, I'm waiting for it. No. Have you sent?
Yes.
Okay, good. Let me check. Not yet. Okay, yeah. Thanks. I received it. Okay, you 2/2, 1/2, 0/2, then the rest 1/3. Okay, the bonus question never get. So bonus question means what? So bonus question is also, oh, it's also considered.
I didn't do it.
Okay, you also, but bonus question is considered inside the 26 marks. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. For the good school, for the good schools, usually you get bonus question. Yeah. So without the bonus question, you are supposed to get 19/23, which is, you didn't do the bonus question means what? Too hard. Not in the syllabus.
Not in. I mean, didn't run out of time.
Oh, no time. Okay.
Mm.
So without the bonus question is 80%. Okay. Go.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Without the bonus question is 19/23. Yeah. Usually the bonus question is it shouldn't be counted lah. It shouldn't be counted. But the maximum mark. Okay, let's say what I'm trying to say is right. Full mark is 23. Okay. Let's say if the person scored 26, then the full mark is 23. Okay. So the bonus question never count if the person already scored full mark. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what bonus question means. Yeah. So yeah. So it should be 19/23. Yeah.
And can I ask a question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Like a question.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, like a problem.
You can write, and I'm sharing, right?
Um.
Right on the screen. Yeah. I mean, you can write here. Yeah. There is a blank space here for you. Fine. Fine. 5E integer. Can you use another? Okay, never mind. Can you use another? Okay, can you use another color? The darker and yeah, good. Red is good. Yeah. Find the integer. Part of.
Mm.
2015 plus 2016 until 2077, is it?
No.
Is this your infinity program question?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So 2018, yeah, okay. Until? Mm-hmm. 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 So they ask you to do this question, is it? Okay, good. Okay, by the way, right? I think there is this technique we have been talking about, but somehow you just you didn't use it often. That's why it's not to you, it's not a skill. Like it's not in your toolkit because you don't use it. It's not in your toolkit. But for me, I've been using it, so it's in my toolkit. Okay, so let me show you what tool is this. First thing, do you understand the question first? Do you understand this question? Okay, good. I will say you understand the question, but still don't know what to do, right? Like don't know how to start, right? No idea, right? Or you have idea how to start? You have any idea how to start?
I didn't figure out, so I I
Do you know how to
I
start?
think I didn't know how to start, so I applied it to like another question.
Good. So
And then yeah.
okay. So let me tell you one thing. If you have a question of these big numbers, okay, don't attempt this question, but give yourself a simple example. The simple example I will give myself is this: 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 4. If I ask you to solve this, can you solve this? Or maybe I shouldn't give you so many numbers. What about this? Can you solve this? Can you solve this? 1 over, 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2. Can you solve this can you solve this? Yeah, go ahead. How do you solve this? And by the way, are you allowed to use a calculator?
No.
You are not allowed to use a calculator for this question. Okay, good. So can you do this question without using a calculator? Show your working here. You can just do it here. You can erase your handwriting. I already remember the question. Hold on, let me quickly copy your question over until 1 over 2019. It's actually fine. 2019, 2020 is fine. Just do this first. Okay, so you get 2 over 3. Right? So your answer is 2 over 3 for this. Okay? Am I right or not? Hello? Am I right? Yeah, okay, good. Give yourself one more. So by giving yourself one more, you will start to see the pattern, hopefully. Go ahead. Okay, hold on. Let me just write down. By the way, this is called from a simple example, and then you try to see the pattern to do the harder question. So it's 2 over 3. Okay, good. I have written down our first question answer already. Okay, now can you do this? 1 over 1 plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 3, then 1 over the entire thing. Yeah, you just have to continue from here. Yeah, continue, please. So this will be 6 over 6. 6 over 3 over 6. This will be 2 over 6. So what do you get? 1 over 6, 6, 3, 2, right? So it's 11 over 6. So it's 6 over 11. Did I make a mistake somewhere? Double check. 6, 6, okay. 3, 6. This is times 3, this is times 2. Okay, good. Okay, good. So can I ask you, what is the integer part of this one? So what is the integer part of this one? But the question doesn't make sense to me. What is the integer part of? What the question want actually? I also want to know. What is the integer part of this whole thing? What does it mean? Meaning what? Meaning there is an integer part here. So this is called the integer part, and then this is called the fraction part, is it? So they want you to give the integer part, means They want you to give this part, is it? You wrote yes. Not sure. Okay, so my guess is yes. They want you to so let's say they want you to figure out the answer, then you just give the integer part, which is this part, which is I'm also not sure, but my guess the integer part is this one, while the rest is the fraction or the decimal. Okay, so with this understanding, how? So how you do this question? I mean the harder question, which is I have written down here. Yeah, okay, good. Can you clear your handwriting? Then we can see we can how we can do this question. Okay, good. So and you are not allowed to use calculator, right? You say? I think can lah, or cannot. Okay. Until 2019 or 2018. Okay, good. Okay, good. So just clear your handwriting. Okay. So what you do, what you see is, okay, let's attempt this first. So these two, right? Okay, let's not do the 1 over above first, because 1 over above later we just flip the entire thing. So basically we need to figure out this these two terms. Then after that add with the rest. So you can do this. These two you will get this. So 2015 times the 2016. That is the common. Basically, they are testing you the LCM. Okay, they are testing you the LCM. Okay, so you will get 2016. I mean this one will give you this. Then continue. The second one will give you 1 times 2015. So this is 2015 times 2016. Probably I should write the 2015 in front. It's easier for me to explain. This is 1. Okay, so far so good. Meaning what? Meaning this is your question, and this is your question. But because I want to combine them, so I need to make the denominator the same. So how to make the denominator the same? Then times 2016 for the first term, then times the 2015 both top and bottom for the second term. Okay, so this is what you will end up with. Okay, and next, this same thing. The 2017, right? You have to times the 2018. 2018. If you want to combine with the 2018 later, so 2017, so this is 2017, this is 1 over 2018. This one will give you this one will give you this. Okay, so far so good. Okay, good. So let's continue. We don't calculate the answer out first. We don't calculate the answer out first, because if you go and calculate the answer out, I think it's pretty hard without using a calculator. Okay, but I don't know why they don't want you to use a calculator, but never mind. So for this you will get 2016 above plus 2015 above, and over here you will get 2015 times 2016. Okay, let's not combine them first. I mean, let's not calculate first. Okay, let's not calculate, because like you say, without calculator, so it's hard to calculate. So let's not calculate first. This will be 2018 plus 2017. Then this will be 2017 times 2018. Then I have this. Okay, or probably let's ignore the last term. Right, let's ignore the last term for now. Later we just add the last term. So let's ignore it for now. So how do you continue from here? Okay, you continue from here doing this one, and this one. How you make it the same? So you have to, let me go to the next page. because I run out of space. I should get another picture. Okay, good. So let's continue from here. So this one. Okay, then you have to do 2017 times 2018 times 2016 plus 2015. Later you will see why. Plus this one will be 2015 times 2016 times 2018 plus 2017. This one will be 2015 times 2016, and this one will be 2017 times 2018. Do you understand this transformation? If you don't, it's very simple. This one is this. This one is this. And because now I need to combine these two fractions. So I need to make the denominator the same. How to make the denominator the same? So your denominator here is this. So your denominator for the second fraction is this. So I have to times this here. Okay. Then for the second one, I have to times the 2015 times 2016. So do you understand this step or not? This step one. Before we continue. It looks very complicated, I agree. But the approach, do you understand? Okay, good. So now, what you will end up with? So you will end up with 2015 for the denominator times the 2016 times the 2017 times the 2018, which is everything here, right? Can you erase your handwriting so that I can continue? So above will be 2017 times 2018 times 2016 plus 2015. Can you erase your handwriting so that I have more space? I'm so sorry about it. Then this one will be 2015 times 2016 times the 2018 plus the 2017. Okay, so basically you will end up with this without doing a calculation. So now we know that we still have another term which is 1 over 2019, right? Yeah. So now I add to it. So I'm going to pick this. Since I'm not allowed to use a calculator, so I will not calculate the answer out first. So just plus the 2019. I'm showing you the approach. I will say the approach is more important than the answer itself. So you have the 2019 times 1. So in order to have the, okay, this is plus. So in order to have the same denominator, what you do, your 2019 here, you need to, because you have a 2019 here for the denominator, you have 2015 times 2016 times 2017 times 2018. So basically, right, you need to times a 2019 here and need to times a 2019 here. Okay. Then for this, you need to times a 2015 times 2016 times 2017 times 2018. Then this one will be 2015 times 2016 times 2017 times 2018. So basically, ultimately, your denominator will be 2016 5 times 2016 times 2017 times 2018 times 2019. So you will end up with this denominator. And then your numerator will be, so this will give you this 2015 times this. Okay, good. I write this down first. 2015 times 2016 times 2017, then times 2018. Plus, right? So plus. So what do you get out of this? So you will get 2019 times this one, you will get 2019 times the second one. Okay, good. So you will get 2017 times 2018 times the 2019. This is the first arrow. So I will get 2016 plus 2015. This is my first arrow. Then the second arrow will be plus. Then this will be 2019. 2015, 2016. Okay, 2015 times 2016, and then the plus. Then this is 2018 plus 2017. Okay, yeah. 可以了。Okay, now they want the denominator part, right? I mean, no, they want the integer part, right? They want the integer part, right? Hello. So can you see that this thing will give you what? This thing will give you 1 over 2019. Then the second one, then plus, this one will give you the 2017, 2018, 2019. So this one will cancel the this one, this one, this one. So you will get the 2016 plus the 2015 over 2015 times 2016. And now come to this part. So this will give, you will cross out this and this. So you will get 2018 plus 2017 over 201. So you cross out what? You cross out. So you're left with 2017. Okay, good. Can you see this much? You reach this step? This is much simpler already. Okay, this one will be the fraction. This one you have to check. This one you have to check. Okay, then that's it. Are you clear? Okay, so in fact, right, they make the numbers so big until you don't know what to do. So there is this technique called, you give it a simple example. So from the simple example, then you start to see the pattern. So once you see the pattern, then you start to do the questions. All right. Okay. So in fact, you could have tried this first, and you will see the pattern first. Okay. Okay. So see what you end up with first. So if you can get this, and then you just apply the same technique to that question of bigger numbers. Are you clear? Okay. So you are holding your infinity program materials, are you? Yeah, you have that. Okay, good. So we are going to have a brief break. So during the brief break, can you make it into a PDF and email me? So probably I can share with my other students if they want. If no, I mean, I want to take a look at it. If I find interesting questions, and then probably I want to share with the other students, so they also learn from they can also learn if they want. But of course, if they don't want, then it's fine. All right, so let me take let's take a brief 5-minute break. So during the break, please get your Infinity program materials into PDF, send it to my email, and then probably I can share with other students. All right, just like how I share using some materials with you, and yeah, the other students are materials with you. All right, so see you in 5 minutes. All right, okay, see you in 5 minutes. All right, I'm back. Have you sent the materials over?
WeChat.
Oh, WeChat. Okay, no problem. Thanks. Your mom is sending over. Okay, good. Thanks. All right, so we can go to our homework unless you have more questions. Okay, so by the way, right, if I continue from this, okay, if you are looking at my screen now, so if we continue from here, if I'm not wrong, right, whatever we have here, right, we need to flip it one more time because you see over here, so I have been doing this. Without the 1 over. Without the 1 over. That means without the 1 over. Just now we have not included the 1 over. So what I mean is just now our final step here, right? This step. We need to flip this actually. That means before we do the cancellation, I need to flip this first, up and down. I need to flip this up and down. And then now you start to see the integer already. The integer part, yeah. So you need to flip this. How? Just put all the 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019 to the numerator. Then the below part will be 2015 times 2016 times 2017 times 2018. This one done. Plus 2017 times 2018 times 2019. This one is 2016 plus 2015. Done. Then last one plus. So this one will be 2015, 2016, 2019, 2018 plus 2017. Yep, good, done. So how are you going to proceed this? So you just take this 2015, 26, 27, 218, cancel. One by one. So this one you will get 2019 plus. Do it again. What I'm trying to say is this. Let's say if you have 2 times 3 times 4, right? You divide by 3 times 4 plus 2 times 3. What you are doing is you are going to take this one. You are going to divide by this. So what I'm trying to say is, yeah. So once again, you need to give yourself a simple example. So let me get this out. Simple example to illustrate to you. So this one is, if you write it in another manner, is this. Divide by 3 times 4 plus this. So this will be, yeah, no need. So this is 3 times 4. How do you do this? First arrow, second arrow, right? Am I right? So let's say you have this. Can you? No, you cannot. Can you do this? You cannot. Can you or cannot? Can you or cannot? Cannot, huh? So this is not right, huh? So for this one, you just flip it and then this you will get 2015. Then you have to, then don't flip it first. In that case, you don't flip it first, because once you flip, you cannot do anything. Okay, so you don't flip it first, then you just get 1 over 2019 first for this one. Then for the second one will be 2016 plus 2015 over 2015 times 2016. Then for this one will be 2018 plus 2017 over 2018 times 2017. Then you just do this, then you flip it finally. So you just one divide. So basically you do this first. Once you do this, then you just flip the answer, then you get the integer part. So I just realized you cannot do this first arrow, second arrow, because I realized this doesn't work, because 12 over 7 is not equal to 12 divided by 3 plus 12 divided by 4. So I just do it on the spot and realize this first arrow, second arrow, it doesn't work this time round. All right. Okay, so we go to our paper. Okay, yeah. So let's start with this first. Use an inequality. So very simple. There is some convention. Convention means what? Convention means something must be on the left, something must be on the right. So generally the T, right, is on the, so T is more than, so it should be T more than 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, so the way to write it, okay, I'm not saying your this one is wrong, but your this one and mine is the same. Why? Because but generally we write the letter on the left. Okay, this is the convention. Okay, the letter should be on the left. Okay, meaning what? Meaning, can you see that the okay, if you see this side is this is called the open mouth side. I call it the open mouth side. So this one is the closed mouth. Okay, so therefore you can see that this and this they are the same. So the open mouth side still point to the T, then the closed mouth point to the 30 degrees. So these two answers, they are both correct, but generally we write in this manner. The letter is on the left. Okay, then at least means bigger or this. Okay, and then you don't have to write the meter there already. Okay, no need to write the meter. All right, I mean no need unit. Then for this should not exceed, so must be smaller lah. Yeah, correct. Then this one is 50 marks, so it's got X and he passed, so he must be X. The passing is 50, so must be bigger or equal lah. Yeah. Okay, good. Also good. So this not more than. Okay, must be less. Not more than means yeah, less or equal. So basically they are testing you English here. Okay. So it's more than yeah. More than. Yeah. So there is no equal sign. Okay. So yeah, for the inequality here, you get it all right. But remember the convention. The convention is the letter must be on the left hand side. Okay. Okay, very good. This question is very good. This comes the important part. Okay, this comes the important part. So you have X-Men, so you have 3. Yep, so good. This is still good. So you add it up and you will get 8. And then probably you are saying X is not a whole number, and then therefore it does not make sense. Okay, good. So probably I need to fine tune the number here. Okay, I need to fine tune the number here, and so that you get a whole number for X. Okay, but anyway, the approach is correct. Okay, are you clear? So the approach is correct here. The approach is correct, and probably this question is the numbers are changed, so you don't get a whole number for X. Yeah, so number of people must be whole number. Yep, I agree with you. Okay, okay, yeah, this question I also need to fine tune a little bit. It should be W, not X. Yeah, not you are not the only one who pointed out this to me. So I was going through this with the other students, so they also pointed out. So the answer is this. Yeah. Okay, the most important part is this, the 50 minutes here. Okay, so your speed is in your time is in hour. Okay, your time is in hour, so you have to get the 50 minutes into hour as well before you do form the equation. So the equation will be the time difference. How do you get the time difference? Once again, difference is bigger minus smaller, right? So therefore the time difference is 5/6. So therefore the bigger one, which one is bigger one? This one is bigger one, because it divided by a smaller number. So this one divided by a bigger number. So after that, you just solve it accordingly. Next. This is the one. Okay, so now the question is over here you need to draw. Something is interesting here. Can I ask you, over here is bigger than here? Is there a reason why, or is it correct or not? Can you draw it like this? So I see that this is 1 unit. Okay, good. But over here, this is 1 unit. But it looks like this 1 unit is so small, this 1 unit is so big. Can you draw like this or not? In the test, are you allowed to draw it like this? What do you think? No. Okay, good. So therefore, this points down to the concept of scale. Okay, so let me not say this is wrong first. Let me not say this is wrong. Let me show you the question. Then you will know whether can you do it like this, or you can or you cannot. So I was going through this question with one of the other students. So you just go to this. This is under graph. This is the yeah, over here. No, not here. So yeah, I'm looking at the draw both line one on the same graph, use of 1 cm per unit. Okay, good. This is not the one. 1 cm per unit for the horizontal, 1 cm per unit for the vertical. Okay, this is still not the one. No, not here. Then it's not here. Then it should be. Where did I store it? Oh, okay, it's here. Yeah, this student. This is the folder she's sharing with me. So every time she just shared her work here. So where did I put it? Interesting. Math. Okay, never mind. So we can look at this first. Okay, let's look at this first. This question. Okay, so whether you can draw it like just now, or you must do it 1 cm for 1 unit for both scales, it really depends on the instruction. So you must read the instruction. So let's look at this question. What's the instructions here? The instructions here is draw both line one means this one, and line 2 on the same graph. Paper given. Okay, so this is the scale. From here onwards, you are given a scale. So your scale must not go against this given instruction. Meaning what? The question says, I want to see -2 to 3 for x. So if this is your x, this is your y axis. So basically, I should see if this is 0. Okay. Use 1 cm 1 unit for both. So 1 cm for both, 1 cm 1 unit for both. What it means is this. So let me get it to the PowerPoint. So now we are going to do the to see what kind of instructions will determine what kind of graph you will end up with when it comes to scaling. So 1 cm for 1 unit. So let's assume that my 1 cm block, this is my 1 cm block. Let me get it up. Okay, let's assume this is my 1 cm block. Okay, so if this is my 1 cm block, so basically if I use 1 cm for 1 unit, right? So basically I get 1 here. Okay, what's this? I haven't got Chinese. No, I don't need this. I just need to move this another 1 cm to 1 unit, right? So I get another. So another 1 cm. So you must use your ruler, yeah. And then I should stop at, can you see my X stop at 3? Okay, no more than 3. So basically I should stop at 3 already. Can I go beyond? No, given the scale. By the way, this is called the range of X. So you are given the range of X. You don't go beyond the range. Okay, they want -2 to 3 for X. So I stop at 3. And then for the left hand side, which is the negative side, I do the same thing. 1 unit for 1. So I label the -1. You don't have to be 100% correct, but accurate enough. But when you are using your ruler, you should be quite accurate. So stop at -2. Why? Because the range is given as this. Okay, so you are done for the x-axis. Okay, now comes to the y. So you are given the range of x. Okay, you are not given the range of y, right? So in this case, there is no range of y. So when there is no range of y, means what? Free range. What's the meaning of free range? Anything. Anything. Up to you. Okay? But of course, you don't want to go until 1 to 100, 0 to 100, or -100 to 100. Erase your time, right? So you just need to have a range that satisfies this question. Okay? But there is this important thing. What it says? 1 cm 1 unit for both the x and y. So I have 1 cm 1 unit for the x. So I also need to have 1 cm 1 unit for the y. So meaning what? I need to make use of this block because this is my 1 cm block. Okay? So you must follow the scale. So 1 cm 1 unit. So label 1. Continue. 2. And then below -1. Then continue -2. Okay. Then of course, when you stop, up to you, because for the range of y is free range. Okay. So you will see whether you need more or not only when you do the question. So how do you know? Depend on the table you have. Okay. So basically, you are given the -2 for the x, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So basically, you need to get the value of y out. Then only you will know the range of y. Then this decide your range of y. Okay, but the important thing is remember the scale. 1 cm 1 unit for both x and y axis. Are you clear? So I make use of. So that's why in this case, your this gap and your this gap should be the same because they both have the 1 cm 1 unit scale. In this case, you should have the same gap per unit because of this statement, 1 cm 1 unit for both. There are questions that have different unit or different scaling for different axes. Okay, so I have explained your answer here. Okay, is there any scaling given here? No range. There is no range. There is no scaling. So which means what? No range, no scaling means free range, free scaling. So free range, free scaling means up to you. So that's why I say you are not wrong. Strictly speaking, you are not wrong. Okay, you're not wrong. If it satisfy the question, you're not wrong. Okay, so your this labeling is okay. Okay, your labeling is okay, but this one is question mark, right? But you don't know what to do, right? Okay, good. So now you have this table. Now the question asks, which of the following function, that means which of the following equation, this one or this one, that explain this table? How do you test? You can test by taking one set of x and y value. Let me take this set 0 and 3. So what it means is when x is equal to 0, y equals to 3. Okay, so now let me test whether it fits this equation or not. So I take this set of value, which is x equals to 0, y equals to 3. So I test y equals to x minus 2, whether this one validate. That means whether this pair of value can validate this equation or not. So put it in. So y equals to 3, x equals to 0, minus 2. Is this correct or wrong? So 3 is equal to minus 2. No, doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. So this means this set of value does not validate this equation. So let me try the second equation or the second function. So x is equal to 0, y is equal to 3. So I have y equals to 2x plus 3. So I put it in. Y equals to 3 when x equal to 0. So 3 is equal to 0 plus 3. I'm doing what the 0 plus 3. So it's 3 equals to 3. Yes, 3 is equal to 3. So that means this set of value, it validates this, validates. Okay? So it makes, that means basically this set of value, right? It makes the equation valid. So if it makes the equation valid, right? So that means this is the function for this table to describe this table. So this is not the function. So once you find out the function, then you can get your P already. What this means? It means x is equal to 2, y is equal to P. So you just put x equal to 2 into this. So y is equal to 2x plus 3. This is the function. So you put the x equal to 2 inside. And then your y is equal to P. So P is equal to 4 plus 3. So 7. So P equals to 7. So that's how you get the first part and then the second part. So now the rest is all about plotting the points. All right. So by the way, like I say, you can use both the GeoGebra app or the graph paper. Do you have graph paper at home? You have graph paper at home? Yes. Okay, good. So I leave it to you. But during our class, like if it's a face-to-face, I prefer graph paper. But if you want to make things more efficient, more effective, then I really recommend you to use the GeoGebra app. Okay, and the feedback from I think Charmaine thinks that this GeoGebra app is much better to draw graph, and Yuxin is also trying to get used to this app to draw the graph. So I will leave it to you. Okay, so I will just use the app to draw this graph out. Okay, for our online lesson, because I find it's easier. So let me show you how you can actually use the app to draw it. Okay, there are two ways you can use the app to draw it. Can you erase your handwriting? Okay, the first, can you erase your handwriting? Yeah, please. So the first thing is you go to the tools. Okay, you go to the tools, and then of course you click the point, and then you plot all the points out yourself. Okay, so the first point is -2 and -1. right? So -2, -1. So just go to -2. -2 is here, -1 is here. So you just plot it. That's your point A. Okay. Okay. So are you there? You didn't. Seems like you didn't hear my instruction to clear the handwriting. Okay, let me clear for you. Okay. Are you there? Are you still there, my student? You're a submarine already. Okay. So I have plotted. Okay. So please clear the handwriting. Yeah. So I have plotted A already, right? So the next point is -1 and 1. So -1 and 1. So once again, -1, -1 and 1. You see. And then the next is 0 and 3. 0 and 3. Okay. Next is 1 and 5. 1 and 5. So it looks like I need to zoom out a bit. So there is no 5 here, right? So what you do? So zoom in a little bit. Then, okay, no. So bring it down a little bit so you can see 5. You cannot see 5, zoom in a little bit more. Then you can see 5. Click the point, 1 and 5. Next, 2 and 7. Okay, good. So 2 and 7. Come back to this, 2 and 7. 2 and 7. Okay, let's assume I make a mistake. I make a mistake. So if I make a mistake, right? Let's say I make a mistake somewhere. So you need to link all the points up, right? So let me try to link the point up. Then when I link the point up, I use this tool, the line tool. Okay, the line tool. So the line tool, you press the line, and then you start from A. You click on A. Then you start to see the line, right? Can you see? Then you start to align. Where you want to stop? This is your end point, right? The E, right? Can you see that you cannot link all the points up? Do you know the reason? The reason is I make a mistake. I told you, I purposely make this mistake. The last point should be 2 and 7. What is this point? Point E is actually 2 and 8. So, therefore, what I'm trying to show you is, if you make a mistake plotting the points, you are not going to end up linking all the points up. So when you can't link all the points up, you have to check. Okay, you make a mistake already. So now let me get it back to. Okay, so can you see I'm having 2 lines. You know why? I'm still using the line function. So what I need to do, I need to erase first. I need to delete, click on the delete function. Let me delete this, delete the point, delete this line as well, and delete this point. Or if you don't delete this point, try, okay, you need to delete it. Then plot the correct point, 2 and 7, which is here. So once you get the correct points, try, link it up, choose the line tool, start from A, press on A, see if you can link it. N where? NE. NE. Yep. So you see, it links it up very well. And it saves you a lot of time. Right? So this is your what line? Yeah. So you have done part B already. Draw the grid and plot the point. Yeah, done. Now they ask the last question. Write down the X intersection and Y intersection point. Very easy. X intersection and Y intersection. Look at the question here. Where is your Y intersection? Can you show me where is your Y intersection? Or do you understand what is Y intersection? Okay, in fact, you can also write. You choose the pen tool. So where is the Y intersection and X intersection? Or do you understand the question? What's the meaning of Y and X intersection points? Okay, let's look at X intersection first. X intersection points. So X intersection point means this is the X axis, this is the Y axis, right? So X intersection means over here. This is the point. Hello, are you there? You're not there. The camera is off. Hello? 在吗? Seems like, wow, total darkness. Hello? Now you're back. So what happened? Charging. No battery? What's this? I can't read this. But anyway, never mind. So I was explaining X intersection point. X intersection point means the point that it cuts the. By the way, the meaning of X intersection means what? Intersection means the You know the intersection point in the junction is this one. So where it cuts the x-axis. So it cuts the x-axis here. So where it cuts the y-axis. So this is your x intersection. So I just note down this is my x intersection. And then this is your y intersection. Okay, sorry. The spelling is wrong. So y, choose the pen tool, y intersections points. Okay, so you can actually make use of the point tool to see. Okay, to read it more accurately, you need to zoom in. Plus to zoom in and adjust it a little bit. Okay, so if your dot somehow, I mean your pen tool somehow, how come you go in and out? So if your pen tool somehow cover your points, right? So you can actually erase it. Okay, so now you can use the point tool. This is the point tool. Just click on it, then you just click on this point. Then double click. How do you read the point? So this point is F, and then this point is C. Okay, so how do you read the value? Let me see. Is there a way to read the value on the thing? Algebra. Okay, yes. Can you see that the F point here? Over here, the left hand side. So the F point is minus 1.5 and 0. Okay, good. So this is minus 0.5, 1.5, and in fact, you can read from it already. This point is your minus 1.5, comma 0. And this point is also very clear cut, is 0 and 3. So this and this, they are the answers to the last part of the question, which is here. Write down the x intersection and y intersection point. Are you clear? Okay, so basically you need to do this question on a graph paper, or if you're lazy, you can use this app. Okay, you can use the app to help you out. Okay, good. So this is one way to plot the points and get the straight line out. This is one way. Okay, so I'm going to show you another way. Okay, I'm going to show you how you can do this question using another way, using the same app. But I think this question should be easy, right? You just need to get the y value out. So the x value is -1. So you just put it in. So you get what? You get 2 times -1 plus 1. So -2 plus 1 is -1. Okay. So you get your -1 here. Then for this, just put the 3 in. So it's 2 times 3 plus 1. So it's 7. Okay. So what you need to do, plot the points and link them up. Okay. So same thing. Let's go to the GeoGebra app. So looks like I need to clear this and do another thing, right? So let me see how I can do. I don't know how to clear. Let me see. Clear all, yes. Save? No, don't save. Okay, the other way to do this question is easy. So instead of plotting the points yourself, you just key in. So to plot the point, you need to go to the tools and point tool. Then you can plot the point. But if you don't want to plot the point yourself, you key in, you go to algebra. So input. Okay, the way to input is this. Okay, so before you input, you need to write all the x and y pair into this format. So this is -1 and -1. Then this is 0 and 1. The format is this, 1 and 3. And this is 2 and 5. And this is 3 and 7. Okay, good. 3, comma. So I'm going to key in all this value into it. So my first point will be equal. That's the format. Then -1 and -1. -1, then comma, -1. Close bracket. Enter. Can you see? They give me the point A already. So what I do next is duplicate. So once you duplicate, then you change to 0 and 1, because your B is 0 and 1, right? enter. So duplicate one more time. 1 and 3. Very fast. Enter. So duplicate one more time. 2 and 5. And by the way, if you find out a more efficient way to do things, let me know. I'm also new to this app, by the way. So duplicate. Last one is 3 and 7. Yeah, 3 and 7. Can you see you get all the points out already just by keying it in. So if you key in, you also make mistake. I can't help. Okay. So the next step is move it down and then link it all up. So if you link it up and if the line don't cross all points, right, that means you make a mistake somewhere. So you have to check. Okay. So just go to the line 2, start from A, then end at E. Done. So this is the graph. Okay. Next, write down the coordinate point where this line crosses the Y. Where it crosses the Y? This point. So let me just adjust it a little bit. Where it crosses the Y? Here. Where it crosses the X? Where it crosses the X here. Okay. So if you zoom in further, and you can actually tell the answer by looking at it. So what is the X intersection point? If you make use of the graph. So let me go down and choose the pen tool so that I can write on it. So this point is your minus 0.5 and 0, comma. So the format is comma. And I should erase the close bracket here. Let me just write it properly. And then this point is 0 and 1, comma. Okay. So yeah. So basically, if you write right here, it should be 0 and 1, 0, comma 1 now. This one is minus 0.5 and comma 0. So that's how you do this question. And then the rest is pretty simple. Yeah, over here. The rest you should be able to do it. For this question, this question is the question just now. This is the denominator. This is the denominator. So how do you make it the same denominator? By the way, this question is a bit more advanced than than you normally encounter. So you just times the 3x minus 5 here. Then for the second one, you need to times the 2 minus 3x. Equals to 2. And after that, you get the same denominator already. So this one, you get 3x minus 5. Then above, you get this one, you get 4. Then this again, your minus 6 or plus. So put a bracket 4 minus 6x. Then the below, you will get this. Similar to the infinity program problem. Equal to 2. Then you probably can open up the above one, right? So it's a plus, so the bracket does not matter at all. So you end up with what? Minus 5 plus 4 minus 1. So you get minus 1. Then 3x minus 6x minus 3x. Okay. Then the next step is cross multiply. Right? Cross multiply. So when you cross multiply, you get 2. Then this is this one. Then for the above is 1 times this. 1 times this, you will get back the same thing. 1 times anything is anything. Okay. Then of course you must be asking how to open up this, right? So to open up this, you do the first bracket first. So it's 4 minus 6x. This is x. You see, I also make mistake. Okay. Everybody can make mistake, but the important thing is you need to self-correct. Okay. Then the second one will be this. This one first, you will get 12x minus 20. Then you do the below. This will be minus 18x squared. Because x times x squared. This one will be minus is plus 30x. Means this. Okay. These two come from the first and second arrow. Okay. Then these two come from the third and the fourth. Then it goes to minus 3x minus 1. So you just put everything onto one side. Okay. Move it over. So you will end up with okay, let me put everything here to this side. So I will end up with 0 on the left hand side. Everything to that side. So this one minus, I will get plus because I bring it over. Then I get 12x plus 30x. So total up 42x. Bring it over minus 42x. Okay, change sign. Minus 20, bring it over plus 20. Change sign. Then whatever is on here, copy down. So you end up with this. Minus this, minus 45x. Plus this, plus 19. So probably you must be asking how to solve this. So when I meet you, I will show you how you can use your calculator to solve this. Okay. By the way, you just need to key this into your calculator, then you can do it already. Okay. But the approach is this. This is the approach. Make the denominator the same. Okay, make the denominator the same. Okay, good. The rest, I think, yeah, not a major problem. The rest is not a major problem. Okay, but I want to just want to make sure that you understand like this. Let me just let me not use this. Let me use this as an example. Let me show you why I use this as an example, because you probably, I don't know which method you use, but I see that a lot of students, they never use the simplest method. So I'm going to show you the simplest method. So what I see here is I see 2y, yes. Then next what I see is I see there is an opportunity to take out the common factor 2 for the numerator. So you get 2y minus 1 above. So below I see 2 times 8. Okay. Then here I also see opportunity to divide by 13 on top and bottom. So you get 2 here, you get 1 here. So I end up with 2y here. Okay. So now what you end up with is you also see opportunity to delete the 2, both divide by 2, top and bottom. So now your entire question you simplify into this. Okay. And then the next part is what? The next part is to make the denominator the same, right? So can you see that the denominator is 8? So how do you get 8? So you 16 over. So 16 over 8. So this is also 16 over 8. Okay. So once you get the denominator the same, right? You delete the denominator. Then you will end up with what? You will end up with 16y minus. Okay, this is the most important part. This is the most important part. Do you remember the one of my students? She remembered to put the bracket here. Why? Because the minus sign here is going to minus the entire thing. That's why you need to put a bracket here. What if you don't put a bracket? Like without a bracket. Without a bracket, your minus only minus the 2y, which is not the case. This case, without the bracket, you only minus the 2y, which is not the case. You want to minus the entire thing. That's why you bracket it up. So you delete the denominator, you end up with 16y, bracket 2y minus 1, and then you have 16y. And then after that, this gone. So basically, okay, let me not jump so fast until you cannot catch up. So let me just get it to the PowerPoint. Then at the same time, I can check whether your answer is correct or not. Hopefully your answer is correct. So I was saying, let's not delete first. So just 16y minus the entire thing equals to 16y. So what you end up with is 16y. First arrow minus 2y. Second arrow minus 1. So minus plus 16y. So after that, you get 14y plus 1 equals to 16y. Bring it over. So 16y. This is plus 14y. Bring it over becomes minus because you change the sign. So 1 is equal to 2y. So y equals to half. Let me see. Yes, you're right. Okay. So the most important part is this part, the bracket. Okay. Without the bracket, you are wrong. Because if you don't write the bracket here, your minus sign only minus the 2y, while you are supposed to minus the entire thing. Okay. So yeah. So there is the, yeah. So this is the, we have completed this. Okay. So actually going forward, right? Going forward, we will focus on, definitely we will focus on the graph. The graph here. Okay, we'll focus on graph. And of course, if you can get back your paper, we'll look at your paper. Okay, we'll look at your paper. So the graph, and if you see, right, my next homework for you guys is, or you girls, is you can do 14A or 15, but anyway, both are about the same, but slightly harder or not harder, yeah. Okay, so please try it out. So you have any other question? If not, can I ask your mom to come over and then we just talk through your score, because she wanted to get an update on your score and your lesson. And you need to unmute yourself. Can you unmute yourself and yeah.